Hello, everyone. Oh, my brain is really scattered today. It feels like to me that scene in Sesame Street where Grover is trying to explain the concepts of near and far, and he is right close to the camera and he yells near, and then he runs back and yells far, and then he goes back and forth, near, far, near, far. I'm sure many of you have seen that. If not, I'm going to include a link in the post, because that is exactly what my brain feels like right now. It's about a week until the teachers and people who work in the schools, at least in my division, are back. So this is the kind of the last weekend before we get back into work. And because I'm a planner and I want to try and prepare for heading back, I feel like in my head I'm there already. I'm far. I want to make sure I've done all these things and planned all this stuff and prepared all this these plans, I guess, to make sure that next week just goes so smoothly. And smooth is not a guarantee. I know that. And yet I'm having a really hard time being in this weekend, this last weekend, where it would be so nice just to not be thinking anything to do with work and school, but to just be and soak up the last weekend of summer before we kind of get back into that the unknown and the uncertainty of what going back to school during a global pandemic looks like. And so I'm really struggling between wanting so desperately to just be in this weekend with my family and yet planning and preparing for what's to come. And so if you know me, you know that I love lists. And I love to check something off a to-do list. And I have multiple lists going all the time. And I get such a sense of like joy when I can check something off my list. But all my lists right now are for the far, the next week, the back to school, what do kids need, how many masks do we have, are they going to ride the bus? I'm like, I got to email the transportation, and so I've got all these things on my to-do list. But what I've decided to do is make a new list for this weekend, and I've done it. And here's these. I love these recipe cards. Get them from the dollar store, and all my lists are on them. They're spread out all over the house, but it's how I roll. And I made a list for this weekend to soak up every ounce of this summer weekend. I wrote things like read outside, go for a walk, go for a swim, have a bonfire, spend time with each kid, hopefully doing something that we both enjoy. And I've been planting little seeds, hoping they'll bite so that, we can do something together. Spend some time with my husband. Once school gets back and the kids are back into, they're not doing very many activities, but once we get back into the swing of the school year, our time tends to be divide and conquer. We each take different things, and so our time together is more doing things than actually just being together. So I have that on my list. And then I did put a couple for the far future. Take my vitamins and make guacamole. So my thinking behind that comes from a text that I got from a friend of mine whose sister-in-law is a teacher, but before she was a teacher, she was a homeopathic practitioner. And she sent my friend, who is also a teacher, a list of things to do that we could get started on now to boost our immune system for getting back to school. And things like take a multivitamin and vitamin C and vitamin D and eat some superfoods and drink more water. And she had this nice list of all these things that you can do to get yourself feeling healthier and being healthier for when we get back into things. And I'm not about to make any recommendations. I encourage you, if you work with a naturopathic doctor or dietitian or your family physician, figure out a plan for how you're going to support your physical body with good nutrition and vitamins and minerals and hydration and all that. You can come up with that plan. But it was a good reminder to me to start now. So it's one thing I'm doing. It's on my list for this weekend, is to get my vitamins all organized and make guacamole, because avocado is a superfood. And I'll probably be drinking some beverage that has some lime in it, and that's vitamin C. So I've got my bases covered. Anyway, I hope that you are able to do something similar, in that you can make a list of things to do this weekend that involve fun, that connect you to laughter and joy, and start fueling you up for the things that are going to come our way, and the challenges and the excitement and all the possibilities that the next couple weeks are going to bring. So if you're feeling scattered, near, far, here, there, you're in good company. There's a pile of us that are in that boat, and my hope for you is that you can stay here in this weekend and enjoy every last second of it. Take care.